Who's up? Y'all be looking at me so serious, baby. When everybody else come on, we be laughing and shit. Oh man,
You wait for the ESPN, baby. You get the ESPN.
Right. You gotta have. You might as well take us out, break us in.
Let's get
where the hood's at. Swing a wooden bats at your so-called cats. You know how we roll. Y'all get up in the back. Roll call in the back. Stole the Bama, watch his ass go flat.
In DC, where you got chickens that make it harder to get them digits, the skins and them cowboy tickets.
In DC, the K-Corps, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back. Four corners of hate, four corners of death, four corners that'll take your last breath. Northeast, southwest, southeast, and northwest. It's the devil's diamond, feel it from your head to your chest. Hope you got your best.
all right, gentlemen. Here we go. We're gonna talk today about Washington Commanders. We had an interesting week. We shot the shot for the moon. They say if you shoot for the moon, you be within the star. You shoot for the star, you be within the moon, or whatever that is.
We choose to go to the moon and this decay and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
We on the ground.
He messed that all up.
Ain't worried about that. This is what we do. We come on here, we have fun. So, we picked up Carson Wentz. We shot for everybody. They said that Rivera called every team in the league to find a quarterback. So, in return, that means that everybody knew what? That we were desperate. We were desperate, trying to find a quarterback. Anybody can watch our team and see that we needed a quarterback. Heineke, as exciting and strong-willed and eager to please as he is, he wasn't the answer. Everybody knows it. We shot for your boy in Green Bay, shot for your boy in Seattle, shot for your boy in the Texans. Nothing worked. We had to go to tier 2. And top of the list on tier 2 for Ron Rivera is what we usually find out Ron likes to pick up, which is military vets, military brats. Family's been in the military. That's what Ron likes. He likes a Christian man. So we ended up with Carson Wentz, not Trubisky. Thank God for that. We could have picked up, I don't know, is Mariota still on contract?
No, he's a free agent.
He's a free agent. So apparently, Ron likes this guy. Now, if we go back to the Philly days, he was pretty good in Philly. In the beginning, hired as a rookie. He was almost player of the year in year 2 before he got his knee injury. That was 2016-17. That was kind of a couple of years ago. Just a couple of years ago, okay?
Not too long ago.
That's all right, man. Hey, listen. Everybody gets a second shot. Okay, wait a minute. This is his third shot. Okay? It's all right. Listen. What would you have, keep Heineke and go for another year? We couldn't do that. Everybody was doing what, Al, to us? All the quarterbacks, they was doing what?
Swiping left.
Backs off, left hand.
They was swiping left on us. We couldn't get no play.
I tended to look good.
We shoot for a quarterback and they swipe left on us. So we couldn't wait for Wentz to become a free agent because he might have swiped left on us too. So we had to trade for him. 2 threes, it might become a 2, whatever. If this guy works out, then then we caught lightning in the bottle, right? If he doesn't, we cut him. Don't cost us nothing on the cap. Now, I don't know why we took off the whole contract. Because it seems like we could have dumped some of that money off on where'd he come from? The Indianapolis Colts. But whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the OGs of the DMV show. That's my boy Trey Z. That's Big Al. I'm the Deacon. And we here talking about everything concerned with Washington. And what concerns us now is we got a quarterback for this year. You might not like him. Some of you might like him. I don't care. I think he's an upgrade, and that's what we needed, an upgrade. So it was a couple games in there last year that we could have won if we had a good quarterback. This guy is big. He has a strong arm, and to catch lightning in the bottle. What do you think, Trey?
I mean,
come on, Fuzzy.
He is an upgrade. Let me go ahead and say that twice. Carson Wentz is an upgrade for the Washington Commanders. So was Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Well.
and so here's my thing. I've been a fan for a while. Okay. I mean, he's going to have to show it on the field. But here's my concern. My concern is, though he is an upgrade, I said it 3 times, though he is an upgrade, my concern is the Indianapolis Colts. What I know about the Colts is one of those teams that I really don't pay attention to. They just kind of show up when we play them or whatever. I mean, they got that mean running back now who is like little Barry Sanders out there. So I'm thinking that Carson Wentz went to a team that had weapons, that had a chance. And at the end of all of that, no. When you got a guy who is when you got a guy who basically they were thinking about might get MVP. When was the last time you had a running back MVP candidate in the league? That tells you that this guy wasn't just running, he was running. He was running. And this dude was a major impact. He was that guy like when your boy first came out, Henry. Henry was really rolling before the injury. You knew that was the game plan. Give the ball to this guy. And they did, and he couldn't be stopped. Now, any quarterback, if Heineke had that, I mean, Gibson's good. Gibson's not that. If Heineke had that improves his play. And then their receivers aren't any slouches. They had competent, veteran, route running receivers. I know you want to make it good for Carson, but now you want to look at Now you want to look at the franchise that builds their whole entire franchise around the quarterback. That's the Colts. I don't care what you say. You think about the Colts quarterbacks. They're big on quarterbacks. Okay? With that being said, they only gave this guy 1 year. And then they sent them off and said, hey, leadership was tacky. We really don't like the guy. I mean, it was just a lot. It was just like, hey, man, y'all want him? And we took him. Now, with all that being said, I don't want to disparage the Washington Commanders fans and say, there goes Trey Z, who went on the game. I'm not, because it's still an improvement. But it's an improvement knowing that, I always like to use the car analogy. Hey, man, they said that one cylinder is bad. That is a great car, 8-cylinder car, but there's a rumor one of those cylinders is bad. I take it. And you're like, all right, cool, I'll take it. I drove it, took a test run, it was nice. But I don't want to hear nobody complain in Game 5 when Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz won a Super Bowl 8 years ago. And a Super Bowl ring does do something for quarterbacks. My concern is I'm listening to the last date. And the last date said, hey, man, her breath stinks. All right, maybe it stunk for you. Y'all went to the taco stand, so maybe that's what. But it might not stink for us. Cool. I get that too. But if the breath is stinking at our third date, y'all, that's Washington, man. That's Washington. Carson Wentz. I'm in. Deacon, I'm in, but.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody.
No,
go ahead, Al. Let Al go. Nobody. Don't defend. Let Al go.
You don't want to answer your question, huh? Weapons is that's maybe. They had a good running back, but they didn't have no wide receivers, man.
Well, they had Pippen. What was his name?
One wide receiver.
One wide receiver. They had T.O. Hilton, I think the old T.O.
They have veteran receivers that run.
Yeah,
I didn't say that they had T.O. and, whoever the best receiver you can think of, man. Who has that? My thing is, as the quarterbacks build receivers, right? So that is why even after your boy Antonio Brown left the squad after, cutting up, the Tampa Bay was still competing because they had that quarterback. That's why Russell Wilson makes his receivers look as good. I can't wait to see how Seattle's going to look without him. I am telling you that he had enough firepower on offense to do what he did in Philly the year he won the Super Bowl, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Trey, I will agree that Indianapolis is a better team than the Commanders. I mean, they are a better team. All around, a better team than us. I totally agree with you on that. Carson Wentz had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions last year, which is a big upgrade from what we had. I mean, it's an upgrade to what we had.
It's an upgrade.
And he did have the best, pretty much the best, after what's his name got hurt, the best running game in the business. And unfortunately, the last 2 games of the year, he stunk the joint up. He did. He just did. But before that, he was fairly competent quarterback. Before that, those last 2 games, he was competent. He was playing pretty decent. So if we get, the 2017 or 2016 Carson Wentz, then we're going to be a playoff team. I think that he's going to step us up. Because at one time, Carson Wentz was the top 5 quarterback during those years. And he was looked to be the future of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? When he had an injury, and mentally he had some bad seasons of Philly. And then last year he had a so-so season in Indianapolis, but personality-wise, he just didn't get along with the people out there. Hopefully, every coach feels like they can restore people. So we want that 32-10 receiver that he was at when he was in Philly doing great things in Philly. That's what we want. That 32-10, 32 touchdowns and 10 picks. Carson Wentz has the arm talent that we need. He has the arm talent. He can throw all the passes. He actually can pat his feet a little bit better, just not as good as Heineke, but he can pat his feet a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now, our offensive line is not as good as Indianapolis. I mean, let's say Indianapolis had a great run offensive line, and they run a lot, and they can fake the run and pull back. He had plenty of time. So hopefully our O-line can continue to improve to give this brother the time, because he does get injured. He's a little injury prone. So we need him to, and the biggest hang up everybody says about him is sometimes he takes chances with the ball instead of taking the layup, instead of taking the little dump down. He don't like to dump it. He want to push the ball downfield. So Scary Terry should get the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying?
If he stays.
That's what they say. Scary Terry, he likes to push the ball downfield. So Scary Terry should get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Now, hopefully our wide receiver core is better than Indianapolis. Not last year. I'm talking about this year with the advent of everybody being healthy. That's the biggest thing, is health for our wide receiver core. And I personally feel like we need to pick up some more playmakers. We always need playmakers. I feel like since everybody's swiping left on us, we got to...
No swiping, you swiper!
I don't even think the money matters anymore, Al. I really don't.
Yeah,
I don't think the money matters. We have become that purgatory like Buffalo used to be. You know what I'm saying? We that group, man. I mean, it's over, guys.
It's only like that because we don't have a quarterback.
Right.
If this guy works out, people gonna want to come play.
Right.
That's the main thing. It's about quarterback, man. All these teams that are swiping left, all these guys that are swiping left on us, is because we ain't got nobody to lead the team.
Right.
If this guy has a resurgence this year, you'll see they will have more chances in free agency next year. Right. I don't think we'll have that much free agency chances in free agency this year, just because nobody knows what we're gonna get. They've seen what happened in his last 2 stops, and you can't project anything as far as this team in division wise. I mean, we got standard bearers right now, and we're not one of them.
So, Deacon, my thing is, since the free agent market is not going to be hot for us, one, most of our money is tied up with this dude. Mm-hmm. Secondly, people are swiping left on us right now. We just that team right now. I think we should try to accumulate as many picks as we can and try to get young talent here, and hopefully we can hit some playmakers on this young talent. That's our plan. We need. I personally feel like with this number 11, number 12 pick that we got to pick up one of these great wide receivers. The wide receiver class is pretty good.
We picked up a great wide receiver.
Who?
Curtis Samuel.
We need another one.
Remember, we didn't have him last year. We didn't. That's like a free pick. Remember when who got hurt that one year? And God, I can't remember now. But it's like a free pick because we didn't have him last year. So hopefully he has. Chill out.
Hey, yeah, no. Deacon, listen. We have a triage of starters. We got Logan Thomas coming back from an injury. Curtis Sanders coming back from an injury. Davis stayed injured. Then you got your boy McKissick just coming back from an injury.
He's a free agent.
We got who's the other one? This is the weirdest thing, man. And I know we always bring it up. That's why I think Al said we got to go out and get it because we banged up already. Carson Wentz is injury prone, so this is our offense is a mash unit, man. I mean, we are constantly.
Isn't that Washington though? I mean, did we win a Super Bowl with the Overhill game? I mean, this is what we do. We take a bunch of hodgepodge characters, we put them together, and we try to win.
Well,
because we can't.
Deacon, the key to that is have a lot of depth. A lot of depth. That's the key to that.
We got depth on the line.
You know, so we need depth at wide receiver.
Brandon Sheriff is gone.
Brandon Sheriff is gone now.
Well, thankfully.
Yeah.
You talking about somebody injury prone.
Yeah, he's another one. So my thing is that we need young players to put depth on our team. That, just keep hammering at that joint. I might even pick up a low round quarterback too, 5th round, something like that, just to try out for the team. You know what I'm saying? Because
we got one of those.
We got a whole bunch of them. We need more. I mean, that's how I feel. The more you got.
No, listen. If Carson Wentz doesn't finish out the year, then we jacked up. The 5th round pick ain't gonna start. So we're gonna be looking for a starter. Yeah, so I think the plan is to let Carson Wentz finish out this year, see if he has it or not. We all know that this year, other than maybe one or two players that people like, quarterbacks aren't premium this year.
It's weak.
So the next year is supposed to be the quarterback market.
Yeah, it's 5.
So you don't bother with a quarterback this year in the draft. You picked up a quarterback. Make him your quarterback draft. You got him. He's a veteran at this point. He has some good shots. Remember last year, they went 9-2 in the middle of the season, and he was a top 5 quarterback.
Right.
QBR. So he can do it. You know, so and it's going to be up to
he's an upgrade.
That's my man Scott Turner. I had to show
some. Scott, hey! Don't worry about Scott. Don't worry about Scott.
I ain't worried about Scott. You worry about Scott.
I don't worry about Scott. Don't worry about Scott.
But what I'm saying is, you're
right.
I would try to trade somebody for picks next year, and then plan on using those picks to trade up to get a quarterback. And it may be a deep enough market where you don't need to trade up, because if Carson Wentz doesn't work out, who's to say we don't have a number 2 pick next year? Nobody knows. Right. So you're right. We need depth, but I think you build depth through planning, and you can't just start picking people out of the draft just because we need people in the seats, you know. So use this year as a test market for Carson Wentz, because a lot of people were saying, hey, let's just go with Heineke and wait for a quarterback next year. So now we got a quarterback this year, you know. So everybody has their own opinion, and it's not.
I don't feel like Ron has the option to wait for somebody next year. My personal feeling, he can't go 7-9. He can't do 7-9 no more. He can't do 7-9.
Listen,
you go 7-9. He's fired next year.
That's my concern. My concern is this: sometimes we put too much stock. Well, we needed a coach bad, and Ron was that guy. So the thing is, the question will be this year: is Ron the Heineke of coaching for Washington? Because 7-9, 7-9, and just so happened that one 7-9 year, everybody was horrible. So now we have a situation. So let me be optimistic. Optimistically, I'm not concerned about Carson Wentz making some of the decisions that I saw our quarterback make in games where he didn't need to make those decisions. I don't see our receivers having to backpedal towards the quarterback because the ball is short. I don't see that this year. There's a couple of highlights that I'm excited about. Maybe our tight end will catch the ball in stride instead of jumping 19 yards in the air vertically to catch a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So he won't come down injured. So these are a lot of things that I'm looking forward to with Mr. Wentz. Kind of what we thought about with Fitzpatrick before he sat down. So hopefully, prayerfully, this will work out. It's just that it's like I said to you, I gave you the analogy. You tell your lady, hey, I'm hungry. I'll bring you something to eat, baby. If she bring you some chicken nuggets, you didn't specify, but you're gonna eat them nuggets, but you're not satisfied. Though you ate, and that's how I look at Carson. Not satisfied with that thing, and again, I can't blame Ron or the organization for just being a place where people don't want to go. Even our homeboy Russell didn't want to come. Our homeboy, Bruce. No. I'll go to Denver. Same as Seattle, y'all. You understand? Denver is Seattle Part 2. It is nothing. Al had me believing that his wife had him coming to New York. You know what I'm saying? Maybe on the East Coast because his wife is a beauty star and all that. I was like, yeah, right, yeah. And then he's a homie too. I was excited. I said,
I was ready, baby.
Yeah, people were throwing out there the predictions. He had on the uniform pictures. I was like, he's going to get Russell Wilson. And he's so far away from us, man.
Hey, man, the man was in Richmond during the Valentine's Day. I happened to be down there. They was reports that they seen Russell. We seen Russell. I was excited. I thought we had him. I thought we had him, man. When I heard
going back to what Deacon said, at least, I'm going to say this year, the rumor is that we did at least shoot our shot. We didn't let people pass. We shot our shot like we did Stafford, but it wasn't just one. We shot for everybody. So I give kudos to the organization for that.
Yeah,
I know that people got to make decisions, so I can't get mad at that. And I know your boy Dan. He can't fire up the jet like he used to because he's under, his little thing. He gotta lay low.
Big Dan.
But we did at least do that.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, speaking of Dan, what about y'all think about where Jackson gonna go to, man? Where Watson? Watson gonna go to.
They might as well be Deshaun Jackson. They both wild boys, right? Hey, man. He's gonna end up a Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're gonna go to Super Bowl.
Yeah, but and people are gonna say, "Hey, we should got him. But
he was swiping left.
He want to come here, so you can.
Watson already swiped left, man. Watson was already.
So we got to stop looking at everybody else's girlfriend, man. We got to make what we got work. If she's pretty, then look at her face. And just hang in there, hope he gets money. Go to the gym with or something.
That's the most terrible thing I ever heard. And if you still follow us, the two ladies that actually watch our show, please make sure you like before you unsubscribe.
That's all right. They can have me with that. They can have me. I can show them how it go. But listen, as far as Carson, let's just wrap this up with Carson. I mean, we the last thing we wanted to do is be the last person picking up the quarterback. You don't want to be that team. You don't want Carson Wentz to drop, and then Trubisky to drop, then Mariota to drop, and then you sitting there thinking, okay, well, hell, we might as well keep Heineke now because all the quarterbacks are gone.
And
So
Heineke acting all pompous. He's like, aha.
Well, we didn't. And people are asking why we traded for Carson Wentz instead of just letting him get to free agency, because he would swipe left, just like everybody else. He'll be looking for a better opportunity somewhere where he can have a flourish a little bit more. We couldn't afford that. We got to trade for somebody, get him stuck here. And if he works, we got him under the contract for another couple of years.
Yep,
and that's what you want it to work. You want it to work. And even if it's mediocre, I think we'll be better than we were last year. And like you said, we have better opportunities at quarterback to get down the field. I mean, when Terry gets open, he doesn't have to fight for the ball. It's not a 50-50 ball all the time because the ball, he threw it so high, he allowed the defensive player to catch up with Terry.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it wasn't what we were hoping, but it's probably what we should have been expecting. So you got to deal with it, man. You got to deal with it. Hope for the best.
As a Commander fan, before we move on this topic, how do we make our offensive team better? That's what we how do we get better with Wentz? Since we got Wentz,
it's your boy, big guy. It's your boy. You listen, on bowling night, you got to sit your boy down and tell him to design the offense on the quarterback.
You're going to have to upgrade out. You're going to have to upgrade the Yingling, man. Get off that pass.
Hey, buy one of them swirly balls he can throw, not just that clear blue one. Put some English on it, man. We got
16 pounder, Al.
So this is Scott Turner's year. He has to put some magic and scheme up some open plays. This is Scott Turner.
And remember, we hopefully we get Samuels back, or we finally get him. We get him. We get McKissick back for the rest of the year. We get Logan Thomas back.
And McKissick's a free agent now. We got to sign him.
I mean, hopefully we sign him. I'm projecting to sign him because we were the ones that picked him up when nobody wanted him.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? So he should feel like this is home. He flourished here. So under Scott Turner's offense. So
that did work.
Yeah, all these guys that are coming back, man, are almost like we didn't have them last year because we were gone almost half the year. And some of them the whole year. So these are like free picks we're picking up. And then if you pick up a good linebacker at number 11, who's ready to play, you move you move Davis off to the left or to the right. You put Holcomb on the other side, man. You got you a nice 4-3.
You have Carson Wentz. You have
this year.
Antonio Gibson, Carson Wentz, Antonio Gibson, Scary Terry, Curtis Samuels, Logan Thomas, Yami Brown. If he can catch more than 10 catches this year. Not bad offense.
Not bad.
There's a pedigree if you want to say that. And then you got McKissick coming in on the thing. Patterson hopefully would have an improvement. Now it does go back to our offensive line staying pat on doing the things they did this year. We can compete. We can compete.
I think so. The NFC is not that tough. It's not that tough. So it's not like we're in the AFC playing all these great quarterbacks. It's not a lot of great quarterbacks in the NFC as it stands right now. I mean, anybody could, have a good year. But I think with what we have, if we play within ourselves and we finish games, unlike the Wizards.
Emotional damage.
If we finish football games in the fourth quarter, man.
Ouch.
I think it is what it is. I think we can have a good year. I think we can have at least 2 to 3 games better than last year. I think he's good for that. I think just being able to stretch the field with a strong arm accounts for a lot. Because you can't lack off of a deep receiver. Because we all know that Heineke couldn't throw it past 30 yards, if that. On the rope. This guy can. And like I said, Big Al, he can move a little bit. I seen him do some rollouts. I seen him do some options. Right. I seen him throw on the run, and that's a big thing too. Being able to throw on the run. Once you get out the pocket, not having to stop and then set your feet. That's big too. So I mean,
He was a top 5 quarterback. And one time he was a top 5 quarterback.
It's gonna be his head. It's gonna be his head. We can get his head right.
Speaking of Commanders, during the quarterback search, they were throwing Chase Young's name out there as part of the debate. Have we heard any word? Y'all heard any word on Chase Young and his recovery? Or
he's recovering. They said he's recovering nicely. Of course, he's in the gym.
He loves it.
Oh yeah, he's like your boy.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I didn't say his name.
Let it go. Don't bring him up.
Hey, at this point, I gave him a try. He got to be nice and nice. He can't be. He got to be healed by now.
We would have gave him a try a long time ago because nobody else did. What we need to do the draft behind the draft. The draft behind the draft is to go up there into Johns Hopkins, Mercy Hospital, University, Maryland. We need to draft some doctors, and we need to get a training staff that's going to really keep our team healthy, because we never, ever stay healthy. Everything that we say makes sense. Deacon is all nice and cute, but I'm telling you, we get to game 1, we 2 players short. We get to game 4, we 5 players down. We get 1 return from week 1, and then 2 more get hurt that game. Got the draft behind the draft. You got to get some people up here.
Not this year, baby. Not this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of them years and we all healthy.
Be healthy the whole year, man. Hey, man, be healthy the whole year. Draft behind the draft.
So we got the number 11. We got the number 11 pick. Who y'all got? Y'all, what position y'all gonna take? Do we take? All right. So since we got Carson Wentz, do we take quarterback? Do we shoot just to have another quarterback?
I don't think so. Not at 11. Not at 11. We got Carson Wentz. We paying him $28 million for 1 year. Let's not go. Let's make the team stronger. We need a starter.
Right. So don't give me a name, because we don't know how these guys are gonna work out.
We need a playmaker. So I'm looking for linebacker, safety, wide receiver. Those are my three people that we need. Linebacker, safety.
Ken McCurl can do a full year safety?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Cam Carroll can do a full year safety.
We got that safety from last year, Derek Forrest.
Yeah, we got Derek Forrest.
He resigned, right?
He's a rookie. So
but I put this way then, at that number 11, 12 pick, whatever one we swap or whatever we decide to do with it, we need a playmaker. I mean, that's what we need.
Well, Al named the position. So I think the most key position right now, in my opinion, still is a wide receiver. De'Ami Brown, and I don't know if it was the quarterback, but
could have been.
But one thing about wide receivers, we can load the boat. And I say we load the boat. I say they in there battling, you know what I'm saying? Cam Sims showed a flash every now and then. That one catch over. What's the cornerback from Dallas that everybody thinks is the best thing in sliced bread? Yeah. So I mean, we need another consistent catching the ball. Maybe a receiver for the slot that could compete with Mill and your boy, who probably won't make the team now that Fitzpatrick's officially gone. But I'm thinking receiver, in my opinion, the 11.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones.
That's what I was thinking too, man. There's a lot of good ones. I think we can pick up a wide receiver on our second shot. I think you gotta solidify that. Unless we pick up somebody in free agency, which I don't think we're going to. Because like all the quarterbacks, everybody's going to be kind of going to a better team. I think you go with middle linebacker. You find that middle linebacker, man. I don't care if we missed last year. We got to get.
I honestly think that middle linebacker, outside of the diamond in the rough, like your boy Carson, that middle linebacker in the draft, man, I don't know, man. The Davis wasn't out in college, man.
I think he's playing.
And he was. I don't see how many other players right now in that linebacker position stand up against college.
Tell who number 11 Al is. Tell them who they is. The middle linebacker.
They got the dude from Georgia, Dean, is pretty much really supposed to be a special player. The dude from Utah, I can't think of his name right now, is supposed to be a special player too in linebacker. There's 2 of them. Both of them supposed to be playmakers. Supposed to be. I like Dean from Georgia. That's my pick.
I like Dean too.
You know, He's a special guy. You know, that whole Georgia defense was off. I don't know if y'all watch SEC sports, watch football. That whole Georgia defense was special, man. They were special. They were 85 Bears type, man. They were just special. And that he was a special guy. He was the captain. He was the middle linebacker. He was the captain. He was everywhere. Incredible speed. He had a sense for the ball. He seemed to know what he wasn't like, didn't seem like he was like Davis, just running blindly. Like he actually flowed with the play and used that great speed he had. Can cover tight ends. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's not a great big guy, but he's a 6'2", 6'3" guy with a lot of speed. You know what I'm saying?
What you say his name was there?
Dean. It's the Kobe Dean, something like that. No, Kobe. The Kobe Dean.
Spelled it. Yeah. The letters are missing there.
Yeah.
But see, if we do that and we hit on the middle linebacker, then you put Davis where he should be, is on the outside, and then you put Hope on the other outside. Man, you got 3 fast linebackers.
Yeah,
that's where the defense is going.
He's
now.
6 foot,
guys, man.
Yeah, he's 6. Yeah, 6 feet.
6 foot.
Yeah.
But you got your boy, like you mentioned, you got your boy out of Utah.
Now, Utah is supposed to be the best linebacker. He's going to be gone in the first 5 picks. The guy from Utah, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be there.
There's something to be said about competition too, man.
Yeah. Georgia played Alabama and beat Alabama. They played LSU, beat LSU. They play to me, the SEC is like...
That's training ground for the NFL.
Yeah, training ground for NFL. I mean, those guys, it's very hard to miss in the SEC. You know,
can we get our SEC players on our team now that they're going into year 3 to play?
And they were all number ones.
Can we get them to show us that? What you talk about? I'm just concerned about your data right there, Al. I'm just saying.
Well,
come on.
Hey,
Davis, we got some good linemen, man. Everybody knows. We just had to.
Hey, no. I would not pick them up when we did. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Then is it Del Rio?
Could be.
He got to show this year too.
He got to
come on, man. Listen, this is what I'm saying to y'all. What I'm saying to y'all is Al just broke down what we all know. And Al, I agree with you. So this is not any argument. But we have them now. and I'm thinking in my head these games where I'm like, there's no pressure. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. Thinking there was no pressure.
Yeah, the only reason.
And so I'm like, well, what is it that we got to do?
Right. The only reason I'm thinking about defense first is because we don't know what we're going to get from Carson Wentz. So we don't know how many points we're going to be able to score.
No.
We have to be able to stop somebody. That's what I'm saying.
Deflecting.
Huh?
Deflecting.
I don't know. Your mic is in
what about
again.
He's deflecting. Hey, man, before we move on,
what about the deflecting?
Put that there.
Who is the top free agent that we have that we want to bring back? Who is our top free agent we want to bring back?
Oh, you got to bring McKissick back.
Trey, you agree?
It was a marketed difference when he went out.
He's hurt though.
Again,
he was hurt
as
too.
Far as this guy who's always right is the better back. Better back.
You're wrong. But that's all right. You're always wrong. I think that is
if we had drafted McKissick, it's like instead of Gibson, you'll be saying the same thing. Gibson was the free agent. You'll be saying the same.
Yeah. How about Bobby McCain? Bobby McCain is a free agent out there that
Bobby McCain saved his skin that last game. Bobby McCain hauled out. He knew his writing was on the wall. I still remember that, McCain. Thank you. He's back. I'm like, if you can give me more of that, because he did it when he needed to do it. He was like, oh, so we play in New York, this is it? Okay. Give me that. I was like, yes. He was balling. So Bobby McCain will be back.
How about Big Sims? We want to bring back Big Sims?
You got to.
He's a journeyman on our squad.
And we can get him cheap.
How about I like Carter. How about Carter?
You got to bring Carter back.
Yeah, Carter back. Bring Carter back.
I mean, I think Carter and McKissick might be the two top free agents for our team to bring back. Carter and McKissick.
You gotta put Carter in the slot, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was. He's a poor man.
Outside because Samuels was hurt.
Yeah. He's a poor man. He's a poor man, Samuel.
He's like 5'11", something like 6.
He's a little dude.
Yeah.
But he might be harder to bring back because he runs back punts and kicks. He did a good job for us.
But then I'm thinking, like I said, I'm thinking about the hometown discount. We're the ones that took a shot on him. We're the ones that gave him the opportunity to flourish.
Oh,
I'm just saying we should be the one. If you don't right, that's right. If we don't get what kind of person are you? You know what I mean?
Deacon the first to say it's a business. He's the first to say it's a business. And this time he's like, I know, I get it. I want Carter to come back like that too. And so don't get me wrong. I'm just like, man, we gotta have who's your boy over there in the Wizards, man? Work that deal out to get us the Zingas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta get. I told y'all, Shepard need the moonlight, and we will be fine in free agency, man. If we could get Tommy Shepard the moonlight for us in Washington, Commanders. I'm telling you, we gotta get it because he knows how to finesse a Bama to believe in what Deacon just said and go, yeah, Washington. So how many Slurpees is that? Unlimited, man. Unlimited. We're going to bring the machine to your house. And he be back there catching them punts, big guy. I'm telling you, Tommy.
Yeah, so everybody good with Sheriff leaving, right? Everybody's good with Sheriff leaving. And how about Collins?
Let me just say,
good with Collins
if he came back at a good price, then yeah, I would want him to stay, but not for what he's asking.
Why get the money last year? But yeah, it's like that's too late for that. But Collins, now the Collins thing. Now, this is me being honest. I understand that was a business move, but I like Collins playing the remainder of the year. He was the guy I wasn't mad at. I didn't have any issue with it. It was Del Rio's only strategic play that I could identify that seemed to work. And now he's gone. So, goes back to what Deacon said, making sure that we get that linebacker, because that's what he did. He basically filled that void, which is still there for 2 years. So, maybe they're like, that was nice. That was a Band-Aid that stuck. But now we got to take it off and get, some real rehab. So you got to go.
Yeah, it costs too much. If he didn't want to restructure his contract, then there's no way we could afford him.
Unfortunately, I don't know who's going to get him. He probably go to Philly and be balling out against him. That's how they do.
Because you know why? Because they're going to put him at linebacker.
Should
if
we
they
get
put him
rid
at
of
safety,
Fuller?
it's over.
Should we get rid of Fuller?
No. Fuller is, isn't he cheap now? Would he be considered cheap one now?
I mean, he has a pretty good sized contract. Fuller does, and we got Juice. We got St. Juice.
St. Juice, I forgot about him.
Now,
he was balling out.
Yeah. The games that he played, he showed up. But I don't think we do anything at cornerback right now. We don't get rid of anybody because we're not that deep. So, and we in nickel most of the time anyway.
But I forgot about St. Jude. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we could save some money and get rid of Fuller and pick up something else.
Nah, he's not gonna save no money getting rid of Fuller. He's still gonna be on our cap.
Oh, because we cut him. He's on his contract. Yeah. Well, we got so y'all got Bobby McCain coming back. We got McKissick coming back. And Carter coming back. That's what we want. And then maybe Big Sims.
Because remember, we're not going to be that big a player in free agency, so we can't get rid of anybody because we can't bring anybody.
Oh, how about the linebacker Boston that got hurt at the beginning of the year? Boston.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Is he still on the roster?
No, he's a free agent.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye.
No Bostic.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
that day is gone.
when Bostic played, he knew where he's supposed to be at. He was just a little slow getting there.
Couldn't get there. He just couldn't get there.
Well, don't we re-signed Mayo, who was just as slow.
Yeah, he was a slow linebacker too. Yeah.
If you're gonna keep a veteran, you already signed that one, so you don't need two.
We don't need two slow veterans.
Yeah, no geriatrics. We good with that.
So let Bostic go. So we got McKissick, Carter, and Bobby McCain, right?
Yeah.
Bobby McCain saved his career.
And it's hard to judge people really off of 1 year. So it's good to give them a second year. But if they just think it up the first year, then it is what it is. But he was serviceable. He wasn't great. He wasn't like he was in Miami. But hopefully he can regain that this year. Because we need
that goes back to what we were asking the question about if it was Del Rio and the scheme and all of that. So hopefully, prayerfully, once again, we go back to practice, and we go back to practice and we see what we got. And the draft behind the draft, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm going up to Mercy Hospital. I'm going to hang out, lurk in the parking lot. I'm trying to get some new young doctor. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're young. It's my first year. Yeah, really? Your first residency? Okay, great. Come here, follow me. Up the road here. Hey, how are you with rehab of injuries? You know, I'm serious. I would do the team justice, man. We got to keep these guys on the field. I think we would dominate. If all the people you just named, big guys, my hopes and prayers go back that they would stay on the field. At least 75% of the games. And I can't say we've had that happen.
Before we go, fellas, I want to touch on one topic, and then we got to get the hell out of here. All three DMV areas put their bid in for the Commanders to make it their home. Who do y'all prefer to be the Commanders' home?
You got to go to DC. I mean, you can't go to. I saw a lot of people wanting to go back to the RFK Stadium, the site, and that's cute. But that traffic was crazy down there, man. You can't open the infrastructure up enough to get that traffic in and out smoothly. I mean, even in that's probably gonna be any stadium though.
Yeah,
although Virginia has more wide open spaces. But I think if you want to get the team back to where it used to be with fans and all that stuff, man, you got to go back into DC. Because right now, Maryland and Virginia, that's just transit. You know, people who come and go. So DC is where the people stay. And that's the heart of the team, man. So you got to find a way to get that stadium back down in DC. Just like the Wizards said, right in the center. You know, they right downtown. Not downtown, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're right in the heart of it. So I don't think you can do it like that because you need too much land. But there are areas in DC, man, where they can fix it up. Look at what they did with the National Stadium. They found a spot. They bought up some real estate.
No more.
Huh?
I want to say DC. DC is my first choice, but there's no more areas down there. Because they're not going to take out anything around the tidal basin or anything with Cherry Blossom or even Anacostia Park. I don't know where they're going to put it unless they just totally uproot families or whatever like that and find some place like that. I literally, the times that I go down there, man, it's so city, man, and everything that used to be empty. Old warehouse district down there by East Side, remember that? That's all built up now, man. It's gone.
East Side gone.
Oh, the East Side, yeah, I took it down there, right, where it was just like train tracks and done.
Hey, you say East Side, right? Put a smile in your face.
Stories for later. But if I was to pick something right now that's available that I see almost daily is where the old Cap Center used to be. Remember, the Cap Center became right over there by Landover Mall. It became whatever, but It's right over there where Landover Mall is. That lot is still empty. They were supposed to, I think, put Homeland Security there.
Yeah, I thought they built the
No, they were supposed to. Nothing is over there, sir. It's a big old hole. And what I'm thinking is you can start building a new stadium there, which is literally across the street from the old stadium, which is our current stadium, and then just use that stadium for break it down for parking. They can just go over to the brand new stadium you just built. Same area. Get it to the point where you wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? And then you talk about traffic, where they're thinking, traffic's going to be bad for any event, but not as bad. The Beltway's right there. You know what I'm saying? The exits are already available for access. Do it right there. Do it right. If you're going to do it right. That's what they did do at Dallas. They didn't knock down their stadium, but they rebuilt their stadium in the same spot. I don't know.
We don't care
I don't care. I don't care. No.
So the question is, do you keep what we have, which is an open roof, or do you close it up, or have the ability to close it up?
Fellas. Let me
I'm just saying, because I would like to see.
First of all, you build
in Washington.
You have the ability to open and close it for Super Bowl purposes. We want the Super Bowl to come to the DMV. And the only where I personally feel like it's probably going to go and where it should go, unfortunately for us as fans, is Loudoun County, Dulles Airport. All the land you want to, they're going to do it right out there. They're going to put restaurants and hotels and pimp it out. They're gonna pimp it out if they do it out there. The airport's right there. So all the Super Bowl fans can land in Dulles Airport, be right there. All in that same area. Northern Virginia, everybody know it. It's pimped out there. We know it.
That's what
the fans that's what the money is at too. Be honest. That's what the money is at.
That's the Virginia Commanders did. That's an hour outside of DC.
Well, Deacon, if you want to come to the game, you gotta get on the subway, Deacon. And ride that long ride out there on the subway, baby. That's
Warriors.
You hold on to the train because you ain't driving out there. It's too far. You gotta catch the subway.
On top of that.
So, and you know how Virginia's gonna pimp it out. If it goes out there, there's gonna be malls, there's gonna be a water park out there.
You don't see the HOV lanes packed.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a money.
I said it's gonna be two out there. We're gonna have everything out there.
It's gonna bring in the people that you want to. People gonna swipe right. People gonna swipe right.
Not for no stadium.
Right. I'm telling you. They're going to swipe right.
What is going
that's
listen, as far as the infrastructure and the actual logistics of it, Alex is exactly right. My thing is, I predict an empty, brand new stadium. I'm talking about you can sit anywhere. You can buy the ticket with nosebleeds and walk right down to the front. Because ain't nobody going. They're not going.
It's too far out.
Not the true fans. They're gonna get new fans. Like Deacon said, they're gonna be held. That's the Washington. I mean, the Virginia Commanders.
Yeah, it's gonna be Commander fans. Right now, there's only 20,000 Commander fans anyway. I mean, if you go to the Big Jack Stadium,
1560. 1560.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that you want the Super Bowl, you want that SoFly Stadium type, that feeling, that SoFly or that Las Vegas Stadium feel to it. You got to go out Loudoun County. Unfortunately, that's where the money's at. You know, and I won't be catching the subway out there. It'll be it for me. I'll be watching it on the big tube.
Hey, that's why 60-inch TVs cost less now. For us to be like, yeah, man, that's great. You going?
No.
I mean, it would have to be the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
Well, you asked the question.
You gotta have it. You gotta give me some coverage. Anyway, Carson Wentz up. He froze. He didn't want to answer the question.
Oh, Carson Wentz. Yeah.
Let's go to work, yo.
this for at least an hour. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on. Come on. If I go off the deep end, y'all will be back in, huh? Here we go again. Another damn jam. Come on. I said jam, jam. Jam, oh, jam, jam, jam. Hey, look at here. I'm thinking to name this one lock. Lock it in the pocket. Lock it in the socket. Hey, you can't knock it.